Hey everyone, this is Black Binder, and today we are starting a new Let's Play run-through of Tales of Maj'eyal. This time around we are doing an Oozemancer, and by popular request of course, and we are going to do, normally I do a Thalor, just because they get passive, resist all, and it kind of, I don't know, they get pets too, so it kind of seems to go along with the Oozemancer, who's pretty defensive and somewhat pet-based, not really, but he has a lot of pets out at once. But anyway, I decided to go Krog instead, since they're anti-magic already, and Oozemancers are also anti-magic, so I'm really not losing out much, and I get to play with the Krog's cool racials. So, what do we want to do here? I accidentally left and then came back in the Ruins of Corpool. I was going to go to Last Hope, but I got an escort on the first level of Corpool, so we're going to have to try and get her through here. I am going to betray her because I'm obviously anti-magic. So if you are anti-magic or you have the ability to go anti-magic, I think if you have no no abilities or runes that are labeled is a spell, then you'll get the option to betray an escort. And this is actually a male. It looks like a female, but whatever. I'm going to go all strength first because it doesn't help me right now, but I want to get heavy armor as soon as possible. And then we'll go... How much can we go? Mitosis 3. Alright. Mitosis. Your body is more like that of an ooze. When you take damage, you may split and create a bloated ooze nearby within your line of sight. This ooze has as much health as twice the damage you took, up to a maximum of 162, based on your mind power and maximum life. The chance to split equals the percent of your health lost times 1.07. You may have up to one bloated ooze active at any time, limited by talent level and summoning limit. Summoning limit is attached to your cunning. Every 10 cunning, you get an extra summon. We're at 1 right now. And all damage you take will be split equally between you and them so long as this talent is active. Bloated oozes last for 9 turns, are very resilient, 27% resist all, are very resilient, 27% all damage resistance to damage. That's weirdly worded. Not coming through your shared link. I don't know what that means. And regenerate life quickly. The chance to split increases with your cunning as well. So this ability is pretty attached to cunning, even though it takes willpower to get it. Alright, and then also I'm going to take Slime Spit. I probably won't keep it for too long. I'll probably float points into it, but it's not bad if you want to take it for single target. It does bounce, but the damage reduces quite a bit. Spit Slime at your target, doing 102 nature damage and slowing it down by 30% for 3 turns. The slow is pretty nice. It doesn't go up at all. I thought it used to go up to like 40%, but oh well. It's capped at 30% for 3 turns. The slime can bounce from foe to foe, hitting up to a total of 4 to 5 targets. Additional targets must be within 6 tiles of each other, and the slime loses 42% damage per bounce. The damage will increase with your mind power. So really, the bounce, you're just really getting the slow, not much damage. We will take 1 point in meditation, 1 point in Psyblades, and 1 point in Wrath of the Wilds. We should get 2 more levels from drowning people in Last Hope, and then we'll have 3 for heavy armor training. Alright. Should have done that before I started this. You wait. I'm going to step in front of him because he was still shooting at him, at the alchemist. It's going to be very difficult to get through. Skeletons are not nice. This is my first video in a while because for 2 weeks I had no internet. It was friggin' awful. For 1 week, it took them 1 week to come out here to set it up, and then it's CenturyLink, so I needed a different type of connection on the inside of the house that we didn't have. So it took them another week to get a technician out here, a specialized technician out here to do that. So it's been pretty terrible. Not so bad though, because I started my lawn mowing thing again. I do lawn mowing on the side. Alright. At the last moment, you invoke the power of nature. The portal fizzles and transports Armaromahiek, the lone alchemist, to Ziggur. You can feel nature thanking you. We will go Psyblades, because we're going to get maxed out Psyblades anyway. But yeah, so I've been pretty tired from that. From lawn mowing all the time. I should not have done that. Why did I do that? I should just leave. We got an orange Mind Star. Nice. Alright, let's go to Last Hope. Ooh, nice damage too. 6 mind power, not much, but it's better than my 3, so we'll put that on. It's this one, 2.8 damage. That's only 2.2, so we'll transmog that. Alright, is there anything in here that we want? We'll take the Hat of Constitution. Everything else, we don't need it. We could have put on the robe, but I'm going to switch it as soon as I get to Last Hope anyway. Meditation. Yeah, I got a point in that, and I never explained what it did. Alright, meditation. Meditate on your link with nature. While meditating, you regenerate 5 to 6, or no, just 5 equilibrium per turn. Your mental save is increased by 12, and your healing factor increases by 11%. Your deep meditation does not, however, let you deal damage correctly, reducing the damage you and your summons deal by 50%. Also, anytime you are resting, even with meditation not sustained, you enter a simple meditative state that lets you regenerate 0.5 equilibrium per turn. Alright. Basically, you use this when your equilibrium up here is so high that you're more likely to fail, or I'd say above 40%. I would turn it on. It depends what monsters I have left to kill. But equilibrium, that's a 6% chance to fail each action you take that requires equilibrium. It's like how out of touch with nature you are. You're abusing nature's power, basically. And this will lower it per turn. Right now it's stuck at 6% because we have both of these active at once, Psyblades and Mitosis, which both have an equilibrium sustain. So we basically have a permanent 6% chance to fail our equilibrium talents, which is not good, but whatever. Alright, Psyblades. Channel your mental power through your wielded Mind Stars, generating psionic blades. Mind Star Psyblades have their damage modifiers, how much damage they gain from stats, multiplied by 1.72, their armor penetration by 1.66, and mind power, willpower, and cunning by 1.72. 1.72. Also increases physical power by 26 and increases weapon damage by 36% when using Mind Stars. So that's basically your weapon mastery, but it also increases the stats you get on your Mind Stars. So you see how this was at a 6? This Mind Power was at a 6 before. Now it's at a 10 because we have Psyblades on. If we take Psyblades off, it goes back down to 6. Alright, we need to drown these people because I need at least 2 levels. I'm out of practice in drowning. These guys are all just rares, it looks like. Yeah, so no really good items, but that's fine. There is a mod where you can get a drowning rod, but I feel like it's already kind of cheesy drowning citizens, and making it any easier would make it too cheesy. Borderline cheating. Alright, we'll talk to this guy, get the Elixir of Foundations. That gives us, I think, either 2 class points or 2 skill points, or 2 class or 2 generic points. I never remember the difference between the two. A Grimly gives you the other one, whatever that one is. Alright, rest so we can grab all the stuff. We are at level 4 now, so we can get heavy armor training. Maybe. I don't know that we have enough strength for it. No, we're not going to have enough strength for it. That's okay, though. We might be able to find an item, cloak, or gloves with extra strength on them. Alright. Ooh, 21 armor. This is pretty good. We'll keep that. Resistance penetration, 20% nature. That's pretty good. We'll take that. I mean, it's not going to be great right now because there won't be too many things with a lot of resistances, but it's better than what we had. Eclipse Bone. Do any of these have strength on them? No. So we'll just sell all of these. Alright, line them up. What do we got? 3 dexterity. Remember, we cannot wear arcane items, so I need to remember not to buy arcane items. 4 cunning and will. That would actually be decent to meet the requirements of some other stuff. But let's go this. This is 3 strength, 2 constitution. Also, gloves of dispersion are arcane powered, so we can't use it. Alright, that means we can put everything on, get another point in heavy armor. Let's take these points out for now. You can leave 1 in because you do want slime roots. Hold on just a second. Alright, what do we need now? We don't have enough willpower for everything, so let's just get our prereqs. No, we can't. So we'll just put 1 point in each of these. Moss is okay. They're all instant, and they do decent things. So let's check them out. Mucus. For 4 to 5 turns, you lay down mucus where you walk or stand. The mucus is placed automatically every turn and lasts 4 to 5 turns. At talent level 4 or greater, the mucus will expand to a radius 1 area from where it is placed. That's very important. We'll talk about it why later. Your mucus will poison all foes crossing it, dealing 10 nature damage every turn for 5 turns, stacking. In addition, each turn you will restore 1.1 equilibrium while in your own mucus, and other friendly creatures in your mucus will restore 1 equilibrium both for you and for themselves. So if you have spawns, your oozing slimes or your mucus slimes, they'll also regenerate equilibrium for you. The poison damage and equilibrium regeneration increases with your mind power, and laying down more mucus in the same spot will intensify its effects and refresh its duration. Nice. Alright. We'll talk about why expanding its radius is important later, but we don't really need that right now. Or we don't need to go over it right now. Alright, so grasping moss. Instantly grow a moss circle of radius 2 at your feet. The radius gets higher as you level it up, which is nice. Each turn the moss deals 7 nature damage to each foe within its radius. This moss is very thick and sticky, causing all foes passing through it to have their movement speed reduced by 39% and have a 27% chance to be pinned to the ground for 4 turns. The moss lasts 4 to 6 turns. Or no, 4 turns. It upgrades to 6. Moss talents are instant, but place all other moss talents on cooldown for 3 turns. Basically what that means is pick your favorite moss to use first, to level up and use first, and then you can usually go with a second one. But three mosses are usually overkill because it'll take you 6 turns just to get all 3 down, and it's not. What are the cooldowns on these? 16. So, I mean, you'll at least always have a moss to use, but I don't know. I wouldn't. I would go for 2 of them, 2 specifically as well. Physical crit chance, that's nice, but we don't need that now. Starseeker, those are arcane. Ooh, arcane disrupting. These we can use because we are already anti-magic, and the reason I'm getting these is the 15 arcane resource burn. Basically, that gives you an extra 15 damage when you attack. If they have an arcane resource, which is usually the case. Not always, but usually. I mean on the rares and uniques and ran bosses, of course. Not trash mobs. Alright, anything in here that we want? I don't think so. This is actually pretty good. But it's got half the armor that we have on ours, so I'm not going to use it. It's got 4 cunning and 4 will, which is really nice, but I'd rather have 21 armor, honestly. Hardened belt of resilience. Let's make sure, do we have a belt? No, we don't. So we can take the Hardened Belt of Resilience, gives us 30 life. Have we already spent all of our money? Jesus. Can I get that? Yes, barely. But that's actually not so good because... Alright, I used my healing infusion. I don't know why they just don't start you with it, but it's fine. Alright. We can't get any infusions because we don't have any money. We got movement infusions here that we'll want, and this regeneration infusion. 262 at cooldown 13 or 12 is really good, especially in the beginning. So let's go and make some more money. Where do we want to go to make some money? You know what? I could drown people here, but I don't have. Let's put our rush over on 5. I don't have any pickaxes. And it's hard to actually drown people here because they'll get stuck in these little corridors. Like that guy. I won't be able to drown that guy, and he's a unique, which is sucky. I really want to drown him. I certainly can't kill him. Mind Stars and Torques, like Mind Blast Torques and Tentacle Totems are all pretty cheap, which is why I usually like saving 10 gold or so. 10 to 20 gold just for that. Yeah, there's a bunch of people I'm not going to be able to drown. That sucks. Oh well, we'll get them later. Alright, do we have anything in here that I want? Alright, lots of arcane stuff, but it is not arcane powered, so we can use it. The Iron Great Maul, we don't need that. Alright, do we have enough money? No, we don't. We only have 7 gold, so we'll have to go to Trollmire first. I'm not going to go to Dearth right now because the higher level you are, the more likely rares and uniques are to spawn for you to drown in like Dearth and stuff. So we will take care of that later. Alright, I need to switch these around. Mucus, I'm not going to be using it yet, so I'm going to take it off my hotbar. Well, not off, but I'll put it on the lower rung. Alright, normally I play Oozemancers as bumpers who have their defenses taken care of through like mitosis and stuff, which they do have really good defenses, so you can play them, and I'm pretty sure bumping is the smart way to go, but I've done that before, so we're going to try. I've never made it past. I did make it to the far east once with a beam Oozemancer, but I realized I never went to Sandworm Lair, so I couldn't get my 4th category point, so I just I quit there. I just got disheartened. We'll put this one on because it's more damage, but the other one's probably they're both decent. So I just kind of quit him, but this time we will not forget. But yeah, bumping with Mind Stars gets pretty decent late game. It sucks early on, and even mid game it sucks, but I'm pretty sure it's the way you should play an Oozemancer, just because of the way weapon damage works. Alright. Just going through. Hopefully we don't run into a hedge wizard. I'm pretty sure he'll be able to one-shot me. The problem with your mitosis is it doesn't always spawn, and sometimes I'm pretty sure your mucus oozes, which we'll get later, count against your summoning limit too. So if you have a lot of mucus oozes out, you basically lose all of your defenses, which is not good either. All right, we'll take that. I don't think I need any of this stuff. No. All right, let's replace this. We got a repented thief here. You can't betray them because they're not magical. Let's replace our crappy 60 healing our regeneration infusion with the 131 we just got. Alright, ask him where it is. Tell him to wait. Far away to the east. Let's clear out this area first. Nope. He's going to have to go this way. Trees are blocking us. Now be careful. When they get out of your sight, they like book it to the portal. It's like they forget you exist. No, stay over here. Where is it? Still far away to the east, so I need to get ahead of you. There it is. Yay. That was pretty easy. Probably take... You know, I would like to go Tinkers with this guy. So let's go Device Mastery. Device Mastery, again, it does work with Tinkers. Alright, we're going to use our Wrath of the Wild so we can stun this guy, because he is a doomed, which get high crit multiplier, and if they get lucky and crit you, you're liable to get one shot. Or at least take a lot of damage. Let's put our Moss on F, just so I can use it. Actually, I wonder if I'm adjacent to an enemy. Auto use when enemies are visible and adjacent. You know what? Let's try that. I never do that, but let's try it. Don't know. I'm always paranoid that there's a specific situation where, yeah, like if I have equilibrium, I can't do that. Because it'll try to use it over and over again, maybe? I don't know. Like I said, it's paranoia. It might be fine, but I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure you can fail on Moss casts. Alright, we got a Paradox Mage, Prox the Mighty, awesome, with energy decomposition. It lowers damage by a fixed amount, but hopefully he doesn't have very much spell power, so it won't matter. Tooth of the Mouth, awesome. It's a pickaxe with not very good stats, but it only takes 12 turns to dig a hole. And what that means is in Sandworm Lair, you can dig on your own. You don't have to wait for worms. All right, what does this take? Willpower. Let's go 2 more in strength, I think is what we needed without the no, we needed 3 more without the item. Because it says 25, but I'm pretty sure we get a racial +3. Son of a gun. How much do we got here? Just +3, right? Plus 3. Yeah. So we need to have 31, which would take us down to 28. Okay, that means if I need to lose those boots, I can still equip 28 strength requirement armor. Now we will start putting stuff into willpower, maybe. I want to come up to 20 cunning is the thing. So let's go, we'll leave it at 18 for now. Take this up to 19 is what it's actually at, but I must have an item or something. What I want is this to get to 20 and this to get to 20 naturally, in case I have to take something off. So we can put 2 points into, you know what, no. Now I do need this at 20 so I can have 2 summons. Alright, I can't use my next 3 points because, remember, I'm floating these, so I'd need to take those out before I do anything else. Let's go 2 more points into Psyblades. Let's just max it out so we always have a bump attack that I can use. We will go into the Lair of the Mighty Troll. No, we can just put that on. No, let's put this on because it gives us 3 will, and then I can actually put my next point into Slime Spit. Slime Spit's doing 175 damage now, which is decent. I mean, it'd be decent if it was a beam attack, but it's a bounce attack, which sucks. What does this do again? Move up to 1 poisons or diseases. Okay, well, I guess we'll keep it on the bar. I rarely ever use those, but it might be useful. Okay, see there, we did fail to use that. You fail to use Grasping Moss due to your equilibrium. Now, if we had that on autocast when enemies are visible and adjacent, it would keep trying to use it over and over again and put us into a loop where we died. So, luckily, I do not have... I remembered that. We are stunned. Alright, I'm not worried about him right now because I did have him stunned with my Wrath of the Wilds. What is Scoured? That is lowered Arcane, right? Reducing their offensive power ratings by 20%. That's because we have those anti-magic gloves on. Alright, Unerring Scalpel. Normally I would be able to use that to get into Anglewind, but they will not let us in because we are very, very anti-magic, so I'm not even going to take it this time around. Alright, we got another level. What we're going to do now is go drown some people in Dearth and do the arena. Remember, the arena will give you 2 additional generic points, but it also, you got to do it before level 13 or at level 13. Why am I at 2? Whoops, I think I put a point in here when I wasn't supposed to. What one can I unlearn then? I'm confused. 1, 2, 3. I should be able to take 4 out of there. I don't know why I can't. Was that changed? Might have been updated, I don't know. So let's try something. What's something that I will want 4 points in? This? No. Okay, now I'm going to put 5 points in this. Now I should be able to take it down to 1 out of 5. I can. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what happened. But we can't take any points out of this. Alright, we will want 1 point in Poisonous Spore even if we're not going to use it. Now this actually looks like it does a lot of damage. 134 in an AoE, but it's over 10 turns. Okay, releases Poisonous Spores at an area of radius 1. I think that gets higher. Infecting the foes inside with a random poison, doing 134 nature damage over 10 turns. This attack can crit and deals 8% additional critical damage. The damage and critical bonus increase with your mind power. Now, I've always thought that there is a way to use this effectively, but I'm not for certain. So, take it all you want and try to use it if you want. I mean, it is nature damage, and we're going to be stacking nature damage, so maybe. But I don't know for certain. Alright, Reabsorb, we'll take 1 point in that for now. We will get more points later. You randomly merge with an adjacent bloated ooze, granting you 40% all damage resistance for 4 turns. This process releases a burst of anti-magic, dealing 51 mana burn damage in radius 3. This talent allows you to restore 0.4 equilibrium per turn while mitosis is active. Well, that's nice. I wonder if you have to use this, or if that's just passive. The damage duration and equilibrium restoration increases with your mind power. Alright, we'll also take 1 point in Nourishing Moss. Instantly grow a moss circle of radius 2 at your feet. Each turn the moss deals 8.93 nature damage to each foe within its radius. This moss has vampiric properties and heals the user for 67% of the damage done. So about 5 damage per enemy that it hits. Obviously that will go up as you get better mind power and stuff. The moss lasts for 4 turns. Moss talents are instant, but place all other moss talents on cooldown for 3 turns. The damage will increase with your mind power. We'll take that because we want access to these ones. Let's go 1 point in cunning, and then we'll put the rest in willpower. We can do acid splash. We will want this just to place mucus. Calling upon nature, you cause the ground to erupt in a radius 2 acidic explosion, dealing 59 acid damage to all creatures and creating mucus in the area. Any mucus oozes you have active will, if in line of sight, instantly spit slime at reduced power at one of the targets hit by the splash. We don't get mucus oozes until we get to living mucus, so that part of it doesn't matter. But we use this for, it can facilitate ooze walk, which will let us teleport. It'll give us another teleport. We'll put, you know what, let's take a point out of that for now and throw it into slime spit since we're using it so often. Let's go, I want this, Nature's Touch. It's not great, and I don't really need these ones back here. They're nice, but, well, Nature's Balance is nice, but Nature's Touch, I'm taking it in case we get another early escort. Touch a target or yourself to infuse it with nature, healing it for 158 health. This heal does not work on undead. The amount healed will increase with your mind power. It's a nice way to heal escorts. It's one of the only early ways to heal an escort. Bathe in Light's another, but that's really slow. Alright, we are taking you guys all for a ride. Alright, looks like we only got 2, but we did get a Mind Star with decent damage on it. Let's go ahead and put it on. Lightning penetration, why would I need that? I guess a Mind Slayer, or a Caster Mind Slayer if you wanted to. Transmog these, get them out of the way. See if they have a bright brass lantern of health. They got a brass lantern of health, but no, ours has 5 light radius. I don't want to, or 4 light radius. Yeah, I can't give that up. I really hate not being able to see. We are strong and we will follow you. Let's go, let's put this on B. I like it because it's a buff. Alright, this guy will knock you back every time you get up to him. It's really annoying. This guy stuns you the second he gets up to you, but we do have a wild right now, so it doesn't matter. You know what, let's... No, I like the movement speed slowing one right now. The healing one I think will be better later on, but not right now. I probably won't use either. Endgame, I'll use one of the last 2. They're much, much better. You'll see why when we get to them. Okay, nothing we need there, but we did get 2 generic points. What do we want to use them in? Let's go 1 in Drake Infused Blood for the resistance, but also the stun resistance. The fire resistance, stun resistance. Remember, you can change what element that you resist once you get like every 100 kills. Yeah, every 100 kills. So you can't change it very often, but pretty much like once per dungeon. And you know what element you're going to face depending on the dungeon you are in. Alright, is there anything we want here? No. This guy's a potion dude, but I never use him. I don't even bother getting the quest for the other potion guys until I finished a Grimly the Hermits and the dude in Last Hope. Alright, we're going down. These guys are all going to be low level because you set the level of the zone, not the dungeon, when you enter for the first time, or when you enter the level for the first time. So since I entered this at level 1, everything here is going to scale off of my level 1 character. At least until we go to the next level. Alright, next level, here we go. Nope, I don't want any of that. Wonder if I should save my Grasping Moss. You know what? I should. Let's switch to Vampiric Moss because Grasping Moss, it's nice for escapes. It's not really... It doesn't give me any benefits unless I'm escaping. Because, especially since I'm meleeing right now, having them pinned doesn't really do me any good. He blinded me. He blound me. That's not right. Don't say blound. Cloud Caller. If you have a really crappy early game class, you can use that in eel skin armor to sit back and use lightning attacks, especially on immobile IV Ran bosses. It can be decent. Like if you can't get close enough, those items have range 10, so you can usually be outside of their range, or pretty much outside of their range. It does really crappy damage, but good enough. I don't want any of this. This is arcane powered, so it wouldn't matter if I did. Not all wizard hats are arcane powered, which you think they would be. Alright, what time are we at? 31 minutes? I think we can finish Corpool without going too long. Whoa, somebody blinded me. Holy cow, there's a lot of people down there. There are two skeletal maguses, and I do not want to be in their line of sight unless I can kill one. Youch. That's why. He mana thrusted me for 92 damage. He also hit his friend for 92 damage, or 102 damage. Alright. Was he not able to freeze me, or did he already freeze? Did he already try to freeze me? You know what? I need to keep topped off just in case. Let's Spiritic Poison him, or Numbing Poison. That is what went off. It's a random poison each time. Spiritic is rooted, I believe. Numbing, I think, lowers their damage, which is better in that situation. Alright, where are we? All good? Alright, let's get out of here. That was a pretty quick one. No. This has 2 Cunning and 3 Will, and it also gives me a ranged fire attack, but I want to stick with the Arcane Resource Burn, just because I'm meleeing so often. And I think we're good on Cunning and Will now, that I don't need to go out of my way to get items with it on it, just to meet requirements. Go back into Dearth so I can float some of my points. Well, we've only got 1. Let's go, what? Call of the Ooze is something I really want, but can't get it because we don't have enough willpower. Should have kept those gloves after all. What do we want over here? Let's just grab Thorn. No. Let's grab Resolve. That's better. We'll go 1 more point into Mitosis. I will want to get 5 out of 5. Like with abilities like this, look at all that. It's hard for me to tell what I'm getting out of that, especially when it's like the chance to split equals the percentage of your health loss times 1.25. It's really hard to parse how much better that is every time I put a point in it, but because it's so integral to my class, I'll max it out anyway. Even if diminishing returns is hitting, like, I don't know how hard diminishing returns is hitting that. It could be so hard that it's useless to get the last point, but I don't mind enough to go that far into it to figure it out, basically. It's not being lazy, it's being pragmatic. Why waste your time? I forget, I think Oozemancers get a crit reduction ability, but I can't remember if they get a stun resistance portion attached to it. Let's see. No, disease, poison, wounds, and blindness with a lower critical multiplier. I mean, the lower crit multiplier is worth it alone. Especially the way their mitosis works. If you get crit, it's still not a guaranteed chance that it will go off, which is really annoying. Like if you're at half life, you get hit, you get crit, you get killed, and if your mitosis had worked and your bloated ooze had spawned, you'd be fine. But that's my problem with Oozemancers. They're tanky so often. They're so tanky so often that when the stars align and it doesn't work, then you're screwed. Like it just happens out of nowhere. It surprises you. Ooh, 8 will. That's a lot of will. Yeah, let's take it. And it's got mental crit chance too. Cloak, no. No. Ours is resilience. This is probably better in the long run, but I would like to keep my health up. Holy cow, we got a gunner over here. Alright. We will use Wrath of the Wilds and our boot evasion, because they're both instant, and then let's stun him. Ooh, I got him. I misfired that, and I got him anyway. Let's eat this bloated ooze to get some damage resistance and make room for another one to spawn. Let's stun these guys. Does it work with that? I don't know that it works with that. No, it doesn't. Gotta. Or maybe it did. It's just it's AoE, so it's got a lower chance on the second target because the one in the back is stunned. Alright, this is the guy that was annoying us. He's got arcane combat on him, so we need to stay away from him. Okay, or not. Let's keep firing at him. Let's merge with our reabsorb our bloated ooze. Merge is the doomed version of that. Are you stunned? No, you're not. Oh my god. There's a Doombringer freaking unique up there. That guy's gonna tear me apart. Luckily, that guy was an arcane blade, but his arcane combat never went off. I wonder if it's because he had a gun on him. It sounded like he was shooting me. I don't think arcane combat procs off of guns. Alright. Can't imagine any of these fights are going to be any harder than that, so let's just keep going. Oh, we are level 10. That means we can unlock Oozing Blades. Alright, Ooze Beam is going to be our go-to attack for most of the game, but again, we need to float these points out, or we need to take these points out. Do I? Screw it. Let's just keep them in there. I don't care enough to take them out, and it's nature damage anyway. And since I'm going a beam Oozemancer, I'll want another filler move in there. Because Ooze Beam, I can get it down to a cooldown 2, so we'll need to have 1 or 2 fillers, because we will have over 100% global speed as well. All right, we got 28. Let's keep going. Call of the Ooze. Instantly call all of your bloated oozes to your aid. If you have less than the maximum number of oozes allowed by the mitosis talent, up to 1 will be created with 113 life, 49% of the maximum life allowed by mitosis. Each ooze created will form near a random foe in sight, no more than 1 ooze per target, and grab its attention. This will then allow you to channel a melee attack through your ooze to its target, doing 126% weapon damage as acid. I really wish that was nature. Kind of makes me think I should try to go acid damage when I do melee, but I mean, I don't know if I've ever even seen an acid damage Mind Star, so I don't know that that would be smart, even if we could. Alright, what else did we get? We got Ooze Beam. Channel slime through your side blades, extending their reach to create a beam doing 99 slime damage. The damage increases with your mind power. So, now we're going to switch. We want Ooze Beam on number 1, and we'll do Slime Spit on number 2. Let's wait here for a second and get everything up. I'll put Call of the Ooze on 4. Ha! Nice. The spit bounced and killed everyone. The Call of the Ooze actually does decent damage once you max it out. I wish it wasn't acid damage though. So now we can play him like a caster. The damage will fall off pretty significantly, especially compared to your bumps, but it is a bit safer. Alright, here we got a new belt. 32 life, an assorted amount of resistances, which are decent, but it also has +3 light radius, which is what I want. Alright, we don't have a cloak, so this is good. It gives us will and cunning and +2 light radius. It also gives us telepathy dragon, but that's not that important right now. Kindlebane, no. That would... I want to keep our rush. Our rush is pretty nice. I don't need these. 4 strength, 2 will is decent, but I don't need it. 20% stun resistance. Is that what I want? Yeah, I'll take that over 20% nature resistance penetration. Late game, I don't know if I would, but right now I need that. Alright, this is nature damage +5%. No, 3 wills better. Late game that would reverse, but right now I need the will. At least until I can get up to 36. Alright. Uh-oh. Let's go ooze, stun him, spit at him, and then kill the rich flame spitter. Alright, we got these white worm masses. Even if they look scary, they're usually not, because writhing worm masses have terrible stats built into like their body, their type of creature. Whoops, I missed. Like I literally missed. I didn't lose a roll. I just targeted the wrong square. Alright, this is not good. Let's put on our regeneration. That guy is not going down. It's because he is a grappler gunner, is that right? Yeah, he is a grappler, so he's got built-in damage resistance or flat damage reduction because of... Or no, he doesn't, because he doesn't have striking stance on. So why isn't he taking damage? Maybe it's just because he's got so much hit points. Alright, let's beam them. Call of the Ooze. Heal a little bit. Back up. Shoot again. Oh god, I don't know if there's somebody in front of me or not. Okay, nope, we got them both. Alright, this guy, on Insane, it's usually the bosses that are the easiest. The actual fixed bosses. Not counting a few of them. Like Sandworm Queen can be annoying, but final bosses obviously are pretty damn difficult. We'll rush at him so we can stun him. This guy is an Anorthal, so if you sit back, he's going to beam you to death, or cast you to death. Alright, Call of the Ooze, Call of the Ooze, Call of the Ooze. There we go. Confusion is doubly bad on this because you can both be confused and fail your action, or your equilibrium will fail because of its fail chance. So treat confusion with a bit more care when you're playing an Oozemancer. Or just become immune to it. That's probably the best idea. Alright, Steel Great Maul. Nice, got a tier 2 Randart and Norgos' Lair. That's pretty good. Gale Swift, we don't need that belt. Got confusion immunity, no. It's only 15%. Got 7 constitution on a hat, I will keep that. That's actually a decent amount. Might be able to eke out a thick skin level or 2. Nah, I don't need that. And no, I don't need that. No, we can't use Prox's Lucky Halfling Foot because it's arcane. Let's go put another point into Ooze Beam. Up the damage by about 40%, which is a pretty big increase. What do I want over here? Let's go ahead and... I want Leaves Tide, but that's more of a later game ability once it starts scaling better. It can get up to like 36% chance to just completely avoid any damaging attack, which is nice, but not yet. Silence is better right now, because we should be able to beat the saves of enemies right now, and eventually, look at that. Let out a burst of sound that silences for 3 turns all those affected in a radius of 6. That's the first, radius 6. It goes up by 2 the next point, and then I think 1 the next point. So I usually get it up to 3 out of 5, just for the humongous radius that it does. For each creature affected, your equilibrium is reduced by 7, up to 5 times. The silence chance will increase with your mind power or physical power, whichever is greater. Now, it used to be just mind power, but they changed it so you can go anti-magic on like a bulwark easier. and stuff like that. My anti-magic bulwark was actually before that change, but it still worked out decently enough, in my opinion. Alright, what else did we take? Nothing? Okay. Alright, so we're at 45 minutes. Next time around, we're going to go to Scintillating Caves, which is the Ogre starting area. But, yeah, we should be able to get through there pretty quickly. I don't imagine an Oozemancer, an Oozemancer is going to have too much trouble there. So, please leave a like or comment below, and feel free to subscribe for more full Let's Plays like this one. It's good to be back, and that's my mama.